It is Monday, January 20th, and we are about to see some historical shit. Someone messaged me and said, Vance just arrived, and I'm like, where was he last night? Why wasn't he at the pre-inauguration speech rally party thing while his dude was up there just telling on everybody? And yes, I did also, I didn't immediately see it, but folks sent it to me of Muscatina speaking after Dumpty made his speech and basically pointed at everyone who did the things. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. That's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. Like I said on my TikTok page, like that's the clearest, most coherent statement I have heard that man make in recent history. And the bot's trying to convince us that's not what he said and that's not what he meant. Like, no, he meant that fully. That's one thing I fully believe he meant. It was so bad that Muscatina come up and he couldn't even get through his speech. He was sweating. You could see it. Visibly, you could see the perspiration starting to form, and not like it's hot in here perspiration. That sweat, that nervous, anxious, holy shit, I'm in the hot seat sweat was what it was. And he was stuttering and fumbling, and you know, that's not like him. He's not an eloquent speaker, but he was not his usual I'm here and haha because we're gonna take everything. And he was visibly rattled. And from what I hear, his alter ego, his drag personality, Mr. Dittman, was apparently raging on the Twitter space last night, going on and on and on. So folks, have things to say about that. That's definitely curious. But real quick, I just said it on the talk, and I just wanted to say it here as well, because a lot of folks were hitting me up going, oh my gosh, did you see he pardoned the January 6th committee, and that's making me think nothing's going to happen. And it's like, okay, look, Joe Biden is leaving no matter what, okay? They're not going to extend that administration no matter what happens. That's not one of the things. So him doing what he's going to do on the way out is exactly that. And him providing a pardon for the J6 committee is just a jab to the administration that says they want to come in there and pardon the J6, participants or whatever. It's also something that will make Mad Hatters upset. It's the sort of thing that will distract them and get them all in a tizzy about Biden protecting the J6. You know what I'm saying? It's chum in the water for them. Okay. The only pardons that would make me nervous. Okay, y'all let me know. This is where you can send it to me and go, what the fuck is this? Okay, if he pardons himself, I don't know if they can do that, but I'm just saying that would make me nervous. If he pardoned Vice President Harris, that would make me nervous. If he pardoned Jack Smith, that would make me nervous. If he said, I'm writing pardons for everyone in my administration, Hakeem Jeffries, okay, then I would be like, oh yeah, that's not good. Yeah, that's not good. None of those people got pardons, okay? And let's not forget that as it stands, Team Red has the technical control over the legislative branches. So this keeps them from going after these folks, regardless of who's in the office, whether it's whoever's pulling the strings. Those pardons will now keep Congress from taking vengeance on certain other people. So if they were so inclined. So yeah, I don't see it as a sign that nothing's going to happen at all. I think a bunch of people skipped over the executive orders that came out. They issued one yesterday that basically mirrors Miss Ma'am's policies. And what's funny is, remember that email, that one of those little Easter eggs where she had the photo, when you click it, it took you to a video of during the campaign when she was saying what she wanted to do on day one and how she wanted to make life better for the working class, et cetera, et cetera. And then Joe Biden issues this executive order that basically mirrors that. And like I said on the talk, you know the orange one's going to throw that away immediately. The only reason you would do that is if you know an incoming administration is going to work with that and that would support their agenda. So I feel like that was a little crumb because, again, they have not been able to just come out and say, hey, this is what we're working on, guys. So they've had to give us little crumbs. And for those of us watching, we're like, okay, I caught it. But for those who need a sign in the sky and aren't good with hints and clues and nuance, y'all are just, they're missing everything left and right. You're like, I don't understand. Hey, he pardoned the J6 committee. That I understood. Like, okay. They also updated that succession order. So he had his own that he issued for a bunch of seat replacements for department heads. And I think Dumpty had one as well. And that was revised to the names I think he put in there. And it was updated so that, once again, if something were to happen and there's no administration for a little while, there are temporary people in line to fill vital roles so that government can keep going. And for the folks who are like, astrology talk is telling us nothing's happening till March. Well, here's why some people might be saying that. It's because if they do enact, the 14th Amendment or the executive order, there then begins a process that kind of staves off the swearing in and everything else. It starts a new process where now there's like 30 days for this and 30 days for this, and it pushes things out by a couple of months while government, Congress, etc., DHS, whoever, works on the solutions and whatever. So technically they're not wrong. We might not see someone sworn in for a couple of additional months if something is enacted today. The likelihood of them scooping up Smelly Pants and then swearing her in instead is I don't think that's happening. I think a lot of people, in fact, I might have to put that on my TikTok to make sure no one is thinking that that's how it works, that they're going to pull him out and then just throw her in there and she's sworn in and that's it. That is way too messy. Maybe they would, but I don't think so. I think they'll go through whatever channels are laid out first, and we might see someone actually sworn in a couple months down the way. That's just what I think. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But no matter what, I'm here. No matter what, those of us that have remained vessels of possibility will still be here. And I want to remind everyone that you were not wrong. You were right, okay? If nothing else, this dude fucking admitted it on television. And whether the government does something about it or not, we were right. We were not crazy. We were not Delulu. We're not Mad Hatters. We weren't just like them. Okay, if nothing else, all right? And remember, during schmozzy times, okay, protecting people was the wrong thing because that was the illegal thing, but it wasn't, it was the right thing. Protecting your fellow citizens is the right thing. Not immediately giving up and saying, I'm rolling over and I'm going to comply with this regime and just hope that it's over and no, you did the right thing. Standing up, speaking up, regardless of ridicule, and I appreciate you. You are appreciated, okay? And no matter what, I'm still here. If nothing happens, I will be right here, ready to be petty darling, ready to push back. We are not complying. I'm about to act a fool. Like I said before, I have plenty of frustrations that I would love to take out by being blue MAGA. Not my president, flags and all, okay? That's my plan B, is to be insufferable and push back. But we need to get there first. And I just, like I said, they're two extremes. And I feel like one is just slightly more possible. And that one being that we're about to watch a snap up. I just can't fathom our entire government. It's not just Dems not doing it. It's literally DOJ, FBI. It would be everyone not doing shit and saying just fine. I don't know. I can't believe that. I can't digest that. It's not something that feels right or fits in the brain. So we'll see what happens. No matter what, I'm going to be here. And no matter what, we remain positive. We keep our heads up. We look for silver linings and we remain ready because that's what we do. Okay? Whew. All right. I'm going to finish my coffee and keep scrolling. So buckle up. All right. And I got you. Okay.